Hello, and welcome to English Podcast with Missy. Here we learn English for real life. Clear, slow, and simple. Let's learn English together. Are you ready? Let's begin. Hello, my dear friends. It's Missy here. Welcome back to our cozy English corner. Tonight, I want to take you on a slow walk through something very personal and comforting. My simple night routine. Evening routines don't need to be perfect or fancy. They can be soft, slow, and full of small moments that help your mind and body feel safe. So take a breath, relax your shoulders, and let's begin this gentle journey together. After a long day at work, I step into my apartment and close the door behind me. The first thing I always notice is the quiet. It feels like the world finally presses the pause button. First, I put my bag down on the little table near the door. If my bag is heavy, I put it down right away because it helps my body relax. Then I take a single deep breath. Sometimes I take 2 or 3. If my mind feels crowded with thoughts, I stand still for a moment until everything feels softer. Next, I open my window. Even if the air is cool, the fresh breeze always clears my head. If the weather is nice, the air smells like plants and evening wind. And if I had a stressful day, the fresh air calms me almost instantly. Then I walk slowly toward my living room. I like to move gently in the evenings, almost like I'm floating. It reminds my body that the day is over, and the night can begin peacefully. Next, I begin my tiny cleaning routine. I don't do anything big. Just a few simple things. I put away the coffee cup I used in the morning. I fold the sweater I left on the sofa. I place my book back on the shelf. If my apartment is tidy, my mind feels calm. This is always true. After I finish the light cleaning, I switch on my favorite warm lamp. The soft yellow light makes the room feel safe and gentle. If the lamp is too bright, I lower the brightness until the light feels like a warm hug. Sometimes I play soft piano music or relaxing sounds like rain or ocean waves. If the day has been hard, the music helps me settle down even faster. I love this moment, when the room becomes quiet, warm, and ready for the night. Then I walk to the bathroom to take a warm shower. This is one of the most important parts of my night routine. I close the bathroom door behind me, hang my towel, and turn on the warm water. The sound of water falling always feels comforting. First, I let the warm water run over my hands. If the water is warm enough, I feel relaxed even before I step inside. Then I step under the shower. The warmth surrounds me, and I feel like the day slowly disappears. If my shoulders are tense, the warm water helps them soften. If I had a long day, I stay in the shower a little longer to enjoy the calm. I wash my face, my hair, and the tiredness from the day. The shower becomes a tiny world where nothing exists except the sound of water and the feeling of warmth. When I finish, I wrap myself in a soft towel. The air feels cool, but in a refreshing way, like my whole body is clean and ready to rest. After the shower, I begin my simple skincare routine. First, I wash my face gently. Then I apply moisturizer, just a small amount. After that, I put on a little lip balm. These small steps make me feel like I am taking care of myself in the softest way. If my skin feels dry, I add an extra layer of moisturizer. And if my skin feels warm from the shower, the cream cools it instantly. Next, I change into comfortable pajamas. I choose soft fabrics and gentle colors, usually gray, light blue, or pastel pink. If my pajamas are comfortable, I sleep better. This is always true for me. After I'm fully comfortable, I walk to the kitchen to prepare something to eat. Some nights I cook dinner. Some nights I make something very simple. And other nights I only want fruit. First, I open the fridge and see what I have. Maybe leftover soup, maybe vegetables, maybe eggs. If I'm hungry, I make a warm meal. If I'm not very hungry, I choose something light. Tonight, for example, I sliced an apple and made warm tea. The sweetness of the apple and the steam of the tea made the moment feel calm and cozy. I sit at my small dining table and eat slowly. Sometimes I listen to a calm podcast. Sometimes I just enjoy the silence. If I eat too quickly, I don't enjoy the meal. So I always try to eat slowly at night. After dinner, I choose one quiet activity. Some nights I read. If the story is interesting, I read longer. If it's a peaceful book, I enjoy the slow pace. Other nights, I draw in my sketchbook. I draw small, simple things. A flower, a cup, a cloud, or the moon. Drawing helps my mind rest. Sometimes I stretch my arms, legs, and back. If my body feels stiff, stretching makes it feel lighter. And once in a while, I call my parents. If they are free, we talk about our day. These conversations warm my heart. Whatever activity I choose, the room stays quiet, soft, and comforting. When the evening activity is done, I begin my small preparation for the next day. First, I check my work bag. I make sure I have my notebook, pen, and anything else I might need. Then I choose my outfit for tomorrow. This tiny step always saves time in the morning. If I prepare my clothes at night, my morning feels easier. This rule always works for me. After that, I write a small to-do list. Just 3 to 5 important things. I don't write too much because I want tomorrow to feel manageable. Sometimes I write a small positive message at the bottom. You can do it. Or, tomorrow will be a gentle day. If I end my planning with kindness, I feel lighter. Next, I turn off my phone. I lower the brightness, close all apps, and place the phone far from my bed. If the phone is far, I sleep better. If I keep it close, I stay awake longer. So I try to avoid that. Sometimes I set a small reminder for tomorrow morning, but I try not to look at the screen too much. The moment I put the phone away, the room feels even calmer. Finally, it's time for bed. I walk into my bedroom and turn on a small nightlight. Just bright enough to guide me, but soft enough to relax me. I check my pillows and make sure they feel comfortable. Then I pull the blanket up to my shoulders. If the blanket is warm, I fall asleep easily. I lie down, take one slow breath in, and a slow breath out. Sometimes I think about the good moments of the day, even tiny ones. A smile, a nice conversation, a beautiful cloud, a tasty snack. If I end my day with these thoughts, my heart feels peaceful. Then I close my eyes and let the night take me into rest. Let's talk about the grammar in today's story. Sequencing words. Use these words to show order. First, next, then, after that. Finally. They make a routine clear and easy to follow. Zero conditional. Used for routines, habits, or things that are always true. Form. If plus present simple. Present simple. Examples from story. If my bag is heavy, I put it down right away. If my apartment is tidy, my mind feels calm. If the blanket is warm, I fall asleep easily. First conditional. Used for real or possible future situations. Form. If plus present simple. Will plus base verb. You can also use going to or modal verbs, but story keeps it simple. Examples from story. If I'm very tired, I will stay in the shower longer. If my parents are free, we will talk. If I prepare my clothes at night, I will have an easier morning. Thank you, my dear friends, for spending this quiet evening with me. I hope today's episode helped you slow down, breathe a little deeper, and feel a bit more peaceful. Remember, your night routine doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to be long. Even one small calming step can make your evening softer. If you practice these steps regularly, your nights will become more gentle, and your mornings will feel lighter. And of course, you can review the grammar from today's lesson. Sequencing words and conditional sentences. Anytime you want. They are simple tools that can make your English clearer and more natural. Thank you for listening, for learning, and for taking care of yourself. If you enjoyed this story, feel free to check the links below for extra practice, worksheets, and more cozy English episodes. Have a peaceful night, sleep well, and I'll see you again in the next episode.